And welcome to Oracle Arena. I'm Ed Cohen with Jay Williams. Jay, final year for the oldest building in the NBA, but no doubt, over these decades, there's been no shortage of excitement.
Oh, when I think about Run TMC, you think about the killer crossover by Tim Hardaway, and then the sweet shooting of Chris Mullin and Mitch Richmond.
As good as it gets. Minnesota controls the tip. Jimmy Butler goes down last year, nearly cost Minnesota the playoffs. When he's healthy, what makes him so dangerous?
Well, he's a versatile player. He's a guy that can lock up on the defensive end and a guy that can give you 20-plus points every single night. Let's remember, he missed 21 games last year. That's a quarter of the season. But the team didn't do that bad without him. They went 10-11. If these guys can finally come together and build some chemistry, they're a team that could be a 6 or a 5 seed in the West.
With the fadeaway, burns him for the basket.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Minnesota at the controls. T to Covington. Now ready for a couple of free throws.
You see this all the time. The defensive players establishing his presence on the court and also checking to see how far the refs are going to let him go.
Andrew Wiggins. He's got 2 shots coming. A career 74% free throw shooter. First free throw is good. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Jay, you know the Warriors love challenges. As they go for a three-peat, why not try and incorporate the personality and presence of a DeMarcus Cousins?
Well, if there's anybody up for the challenge, it will be a head coach who's had multiple years in dealing with one of the hottest players, when I mean personality, hottest players in the league, and Draymond Green, and that's Steve Kerr. And look, DeMarcus Cousins is going to come back on this team probably after All-Star break, and I think he'll have a chance to really add another versatile piece. But in the interim, I think a guy like Jordan Bell is going to be huge. There's no more JaVale McGee in this squad, but a guy like Jordan Bell or Kevon Looney can give them the length and the intimidation of what they need down low on the blocks.
Knocks it down off the step back.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Curry has it. Probing the defense. Curry to Thompson. 5 to shoot for Golden State. Has a look. Now a shot by Thompson, no good.
And that's how you close out on a shooter with a sense of urgency. The shooter was more worried about his landing space than he was the shot.
Has a chance. It's no good. Great defense. Green to Durant. From long range. His first effort off the mark. Teague with it up top. His team up by 1. To Wiggins. Nothing going here on that drive. Wiggins to Covington. Add 2 points to the board.
That was a tough shot. The guy was in your pocket. He even contested the shot. Everything was going according to plan until then.
Steph Curry, guarded by Jeff Teague. Thompson. That's how you defend. Teague with the basketball. Leads 3. To Wiggins. Here comes the screen. Wiggins against Klay Thompson. Doesn't have the touch. No good. The follow won't go either.
And physicality is your friend. Don't let these guys get any easy ones down low. Make them look at the refs, wondering where the foul was every time.
Towns, guarded by Klay Thompson. That's out. Last touch by Karl Anthony Towns. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Trying to cash in. A shot, no good by Iguodala. Rose into the front court. Up by 3. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball, but sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Derrick Rose at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. For his career, 82%. Free throw good as he completes the 3-point play. The lead is up to 6. It's Golden State basketball. Warriors last year had to go on the road, win a Game 7 at Houston to take the West. Jay, you know Steve Kerr wants to see his team play better at home, make sure they get home court advantage.
Especially because this is the last year at Oracle Arena. And when you have a team that can play with a sense of urgency that is as talented as this Golden State Warriors team is, you better watch out. They slacked off last year. They were 29-12 at home. Now, that's a pretty amazing record at home, but let me tell you why they slacked off. The 3 years prior to that combined, they were 114-9. I think we're going to see that Golden State Warrior team from those years instead of the one from last year.
And Draymond Green throws it down.
Had a difficult first quarter. Couldn't really find his rhythm, but you got 3 more left to play.
Derrick Rose. Green always looking for the steal. To Wiggins. Screen coming. Wiggins. To Rose. Derrick Rose, 2 for 2. That's what you want.
I mean, I don't know how much better the defense has to play you on that one. The guy was right in your grill, and you still knocked it down.
Possession lies with Golden State. Klay Thompson matched up with Jang. Deep 3 at the buzzer. 3 at the buzzer is good. And a fitting close to this one. They're right back in it after 1 quarter of play. Second quarter is set to start. Neither team set the tone to start this one. Jay, do you expect that to change?
Well, first off, I'm going to take my analytical hat off and then put my fan hat on. This has been a blasé first quarter. Not good, not bad, right in between. Let's see how both teams come out and try to adjust themselves in the second half.
Rose into the front court. Down just a couple. To Wiggins. Here comes the screen. Wiggins. Oh, stolen by the Warriors.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
It's Minnesota basketball. Short jumper stays out.
It's so important to instill confidence in your best player. I know he missed a shot earlier, but that doesn't mean that you can't run the same exact play and let him prove he's a player he thinks he is, and we all know he is.
Rose into the front court. Minute gone by. We've got a 2-point game in this second quarter. Five to shoot for Minnesota. To Wiggins. Has a look. Yes, Andrew Wiggins. 2 of 4 now.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Here comes the screen. Livingston here against Taj Gibson. To Thompson. Going to launch beyond the arc. Few do it as well. Klay Thompson, hand in his face, strokes the three.
And this squad just continues to light it up from long range. One of the things I learned about teams like this, teams that fall in love with the three-point shot, as quickly as they built the lead, is as quickly as they can lose it if they're over-reliant on the three-point shot.
3 titles in 4 years, new arena next year, Jay, in San Francisco. Crazy to think that any of these Warriors would want to go anywhere else.
It's the way they've been leveraging their brand off the court in Silicon Valley. You see guys like Kevin Durant, who have 35 Media, his only media production company, also making a ton of investments. You see Stephen Curry and Andre Iguodala investing in E-Game Sports, amongst other things. I actually got a chance to host a Players Technology Summit with Andre Iguodala, where he talked about a multitude of things that he's invested in. They're able to leverage the business outside the business of sport, which is why I think they'll stay around in the Silicon Valley for a very long time.
Livingston to Green. Klay Thompson against Andrew Wiggins. To Green. To Thompson. And he knocks it down. Jay, nice look right there.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Now whistle, as Minnesota's going to take the timeout. They'll catch their breath in what's now a 5-point game. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Teague, defended by Steph Curry. Down low for Jeng. Able to convert inside.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Curry into the front court. Looking to make something happen. To Thompson. Lets it fly from long range. Offensive rebound. Green. T-Wolves at the controls going up the floor. Here comes the screen. Great defense there, forcing the pickup. Teague here against Steph. Can't connect.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
Klay Thompson picked up by Gorgui Dieng. Runners good there.
Bread and butter, and there are few that can do it better off the screen.
Rose into the front court. Down 5. Nothing going here on that drive. Derrick Rose, defended by Thompson. To Teague. Scores from the post.
Old school equals high percentage.
It's Steph at the controls.
I got him. Here we go.
Deep left corner. Thompson to Durant. Warriors with 4 to shoot. Thompson. He continues to shoot it well from beyond the arc. That's 4 threes now in this first half.
Yeah, and confidence comes from discipline and training. You can tell that kid's been putting in the time in the gym.
That's it for the first half. The Warriors with the lead.
the Warriors have a comfortable lead at the halfway mark. The emphasis was on the three ball to open this game. Actually, that's how they score most of their points. It'll be interesting to see how they adjust if their success from long range doesn't continue in the second half. The Timberwolves have dug themselves a bit of a hole after 2 quarters. They don't have a single player that can claim double figures in scoring. These are the guys getting buckets for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Game track. 3-point shooting. Player of the half.
Klay Thompson was lighting up the scoreboard in the first half, and I'm not sure the defense will be able to figure out what it'll take to slow him down. He looks like he's in a zone.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in that first half. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Back to Ed and Jay to bring you the second half action.
Durant with the basketball up top. Up 6. T-Wolves with the basketball. Warriors come up with it.
Don't rush this now. The game's been tight so far.
Curry to Green. Sizing up the defense. Durant. He shoots. Oh, off the mark.
And Ed, that's what you see this defense doing. They're capitalizing on the momentum gain from getting a multitude of stops defensively.
Curry with the basketball. His guys lead here, early stages, third quarter. Reset here. Let's see what they do. Curry to Durant. Here comes the screen. Durant. The shot clock expires.
Golden State.
47 wins for Minnesota. They squeak into the playoffs. What's key to take that next step?
If you're Scott Layden, the GM of the Wolves, the one person you're waiting for to arrive is Andrew Wiggins. Now, he had an impressive 3 seasons that earned him a max deal. But we watched this young man go from being the second option behind Jimmy Butler to now the third option behind Karl Anthony Towns. He averaged 17.5 points last year, but you need him to be a max-type player for this team to take the next leap.
And Stephen Curry, the fastest release in the NBA, hits the 3.
And watching all these great shooters on the floor at once, it almost mesmerizes me. It's like you're watching the shot in slow motion. The backspin, it gives off the feel that the ball's going in every time.
Curry to bring it up. His team up by 7. Slams it down.
And no emotion, just that ice-cold stare. That's a sign of somebody who's here to compete.
Teague with it up top. He'll run the offense. To Wiggins. Nothing going here on that drive. Teague defended by Steph Curry. The Wolves down to 4 in the shot clock. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
I get tired of hearing guys say, I was there, I contested a shot. I pretty much had a hand in his face. Well, no, you have to change up the game. If a guy is right-handed, he is right eye dominant. Get that hand over his right eye, block his vision. That'll enhance his chances of missing the shot.
Teague with the basketball. The margin standing now at 7. Count the basket.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
It's Steph Curry with the rock. To Durant. Surveys the floor. Steph Curry picked up by Teague. To Durant. Has a chance. Deep two there. Won't go.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
Wiggins to Teague. Five to shoot for Minnesota. To Teague. From the painted area, won't go down. Curry into the front court. Leads 5. The screen sets him up for 2.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Teague, defended by Steph Curry. To Towns. He's looking for that touch. Here's Curry with it up top. Counting down toward a minute to play in this third quarter. Klay Thompson against the former MVP. Nothing going here on that drive. To Curry. You've got to get that one to go. Rose into the front court. Right now, down 7. Taj Gibson to Covington. Here comes the screen. Rose against the former Cougar. Off the mark. With defense like that, little margin for error.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
Just inside the arc. At the buzzer. Rose's shot off the iron. No good. Third quarter comes to an end. The fourth quarter on the way. The Warriors with the lead. The Wolves with the basketballs. We start the fourth quarter. And I think the best way to describe where they stand right now is they're down, but they're not out.
It's a game we used to play in the league all the time. It's called a series of stops. Oh, he just blocked that shot out of bounds.
Jay, they're lucky they get the ball back. Wiggins. Nice swat that time.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
5 to shoot for Golden State. Thompson. He's been dialed in from long distance. That's now 5 threes for the game.
Nothing more painful than the next day watching tape, seeing the fact that he got 15 points off three-point shots.
Here comes the screen. Teague sizing up Damian Jones. And one. Towns got his protein in today. He's going to the line for a chance at a three-point play.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball, but sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Karl-Anthony Towns trying to cash in on a three-point play. A career 83% free throw shooter. And he can't convert the free throw. Rejected by Green.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Not a good pass there. T-Wolves have it.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Karl-Anthony Towns, 3 for 6 now.
The reality is no one can guard a player at his level one-on-one. The help defense needs to be shown, and he needs to see a series of obstacles instead of just one individual.
After the tie-up, they're in position for the jump ball. Teague with it up top. His guys trail now by 4. A bad pass there. Warriors have it.
You got to go for the score here right now in this possession.
To Durant. Warriors with 4 to shoot. Shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Time for some new personnel into the game. Not going down for him this time.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Well, the hot shooting night continues. That's his 6th three-pointer of this game.
And you got to give him a lot of love. He's been knocking down shot after shot, but what is the defense thinking? Do you want to play in this game? It's probably time you start buckling down. Oh! Out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. Draymond Green will go to the line to shoot 2.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Draymond Green, couple of free throws on the way. A career 70% free throw shooter. Knocks down the first. Goes 2 for 2. The Timberwolves have the basketball. Teague to Towns. Shot from the lane won't go. Curry into the front court. The lead stands at 9. Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Stephen Curry at the line for a chance at a three-point play. For his career, 90% at the line. Free throws good for Curry, and the Warriors extend their lead. Timberwolves have the basketball. Teague to Towns. Karl-Anthony Towns, now 4 for 9.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Steph Curry matched up with the former Wildcat. To Green. Thompson. To Curry. Thompson. Curry. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
And they're relentless with these long shots. It just seems like their spacing is perfect, and they come down, they know exactly where they want to be, and they're shooting the ball without hesitation.
Teague to Towns. Wiggins to Towns. Wide open look, won't go.
Just seems like there's lead in the feet of the defenders. You have to bounce quicker to the ball to deter that shot.
Curry to Durant. Goaltending's called. Count the basket. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Teague with the basketball. Down by 15. To Covington. Knocked loose. Towns to Teague. The shot, almost. Draymond Green, defended by the Canadian Wiggins. To Thompson. Off the assist.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
It's the Warriors who get the victory as they win this one handily. That does it. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Warriors were solid in today's victory, and the defensive intensity made all of the difference. They were committed to staying aggressive, forcing turnovers, and being disruptive on their way to victory. The Timberwolves just couldn't get within striking distance toward the end of the game. I'm sure they can't help but feel frustrated with the result, but they can't let that feeling linger. Sooner than later, they need to start thinking about the next matchup. Check out the leading scores for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Game track. Steals. Player of the game.
Klay Thompson gets rewarded for the way he provided his teammates with plenty of easy baskets. His assist total is certainly indicative of his clever playmaking.
Who was gold?
This isn't the segment you want to be in, of course, but even the best players find their way into this part of the show. Time now for the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
This has been a presentation of ESPN on EA Sports. Until next time, I'm Jalen Rose, signing off.